collets, they're what we use in the industry to make parts, fabricate small, delicate parts. Now, collets aren't used. They don't come at this size. I mean, yes, but they come in various of sizes. Some of them are like 40 millimeters in diameter, and they're for like milling machines and specialized precision press drills and CNC machines and all sorts of things. But these collets, these are 8mm collets. And 8mm collets are the standard, were and still are the standard in watch repairs in the field of horology. Now, what exactly are collets? Collet, collets. I'm pronouncing it wrong for sure. There's some machinist in the comments, or they're gonna tell me, "Hey, you're pronouncing it wrong." I am aware. That's just how I heard it. That's just how I'm gonna call them, and that's how I can pronounce them. Some say collet, some say collet, somewhere in those lines. Now, the reason why you would use collets instead of a chuck is that they are precise. They're precise. They are easy to set up. And once you have to set up, you don't have to find the center. You don't lose concentricity. In concentricity, basically how much the piece moves. If it's concentric, it's perfectly even, level. It's not going to wobble around. And it's perfect because it also tells you its center. So you know where to angle the blade and, to actually make your parts. Because if your parts aren't concentric, they're not going to fit into whatever you want to fit in. It's about keeping order. It's about making sure the pieces fit the way you want it to fit. Now, these are most likely from the 50s. I have a few brands here. Now, before I get started, the collets that work best for 8mm lathes, like this guy right here. This is a 1950s Peerless watchmaker's lathe made by the Marshall Company. This is also from the 1950s. The best ones that they work for these machines are, I don't know if you can read it there, but it says Moselli. Moselli. Let me see it there. Mosselley. Moselli. And there's also another one that also works well for these machines. If you have an 8mm lathe, Moselli is one to keep in mind. Yeah, right there. That's a better one. Okay, they're the ones you want to buy. They usually come down to the same length, and they're 8mm, so they're really nice. Let's see. Starret. Starrett. They also work very well, and I think I prefer these ones because they're actually the right length. Because some of the Moselli's ones, they're a lot longer than they need to be, which means you would have to add a washer to the end to take up slack. Now, these ones are a little rusted, so I'm going to have to repair them separately. That's going to be for another video. But what I have here is a 8mm collet. Oh, by the way, before I continue, I messed up right here. This is one that came originally with my lathe. So make sure when you buy a lathe, they come with collets. If you buy them separately, they're going to be a lot harder to find. But when you do, the difference between the when you want to make sure it's under 8 millimeters. Now, how do you make sure? This goes to the eBay sellers too, okay? Not to just the buyer, but the seller. These are calibers, by the way. That's what you use. Now, everything, the system we use when watch repairs, when we're fixing watches, they're in millimeters. Standard. So, right there. Right there. If they're 8 millimeters or under, right here, you measure the neck. You never measure the head. You measure the neck. Because the neck is what goes into the machine right here. That let me show you actually. Like that. See? This is the end. This is where it goes into. So if you measure the head, it doesn't make sense because the head doesn't go in. The neck goes in the body because it's threaded. The neck threads on the backside of the shaft. I forgot what you call this, but yeah. This is the end that interacts with the machine. So when they're asking you what size it is, you measure the neck of it. This is the head, this is the neck, and this is the tail or the thread side. The threads don't matter in this case, okay? You need to measure the neck. And we get around, it was almost exactly 8 millimeters, okay? So if it's 8 millimeters or slightly under, like for example, if it's between 7.30 or 20 to 8 millimeters, then it's an 8 millimeter collet. If a collet is under 4.40 millimeters, or around 4.80, it's 5 millimeter collet, and so on and so forth. So I hope this makes sense, okay? So again, let me remeasure here just to make sure. See, it's 0.92. So this is a 8 millimeter collet, okay? We're basically rounding up to the nearest number here. So this is an 8 millimeter collet. Never measure the head, okay? Never measure the head. Measure the neck. Because the neck is what interacts with the machine. Nothing else. And that's how you know which collet you have. Because this has happened to me. Somebody measured the head here and they told me it was 8 millimeters. So I bought it. But they didn't send me photos of them measuring. So when I got it, I measured the neck and it was actually 4 millimeters. Not 8. Which means I got stuck with a 4 millimeter collet size instead of an 8 millimeters. They refunded me, but I told them to make sure they don't make this mistake anymore. Now, they said this was 8 millimeters, so let's see if it is. Right here. If I can. Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Now, Swiss knife, by the way. Let's see if this is actually 8 millimeters or if I got scammed. Which, most of the time, after learning my mistake, I don't usually get that much scammed. So, garbage. Oh, hey, that looks it. But let's actually measure just to show you guys for educational purposes. Okay, there, I measured the neck. You see how it says 7.91? That's an 8 millimeter collet. If it's 8 millimeters or slightly under, it's an 8 millimeter collet. Now, why is it not exactly 8 millimeters? It's for machining purposes. Not every machine is going to be made precisely. So if they make everything exactly how it is, it's not actually going to fit. So you want to shave it a hair thinner. So if you make it exactly 8 millimeters, it's not going to fit in because you never know when the other company is going to make this exactly 8 millimeters. You can't trust other companies to make sure all their machines are up to code and standardized. You know, you can't ensure that everything's going to be flat and square 100% of the time. So this is how they did it. They always made collets under 8 millimeters because to ensure quality and precision. So yeah. So remember, when you're selling collets, measure the neck. That's what tells you what size this is. So by the way, this collet right here, it holds only 3 millimeters in diameter. So only 3 millimeter stock I can hold. Which by the way, the reason why it says 30 instead of just 3, in horology, there's this system with collets where basically they need to know if it's exactly 80 or if it's 0.85 or 0.86 or 0.80 something. So instead of adding the dot, because it would be impossible to see and hard to fabricate, what they did is they basically add them up to a system of 10 or round them up to 10. So to give you an example, this one says 8, which means this is a 0.08 millimeters of a collet. That's 0.08. This says 22, which means it's 2.20 millimeters. This is 30, so it holds 3 millimeters. Keep that in mind. So let me just show you here how it fits in. So I'm going to grab a rod that's 3 millimeters in diameter, a brass rod, and I'm going to shove it in the collet, and we're going to fit it onto the lathe, which by the way, this one is the right length and everything. So you don't need a space or anything to put it in because that is the right size for this machine. I have collets that are a little bit longer than they should be. But yeah, here it is going in. And yep, this is how it fits in the lathe, nice and straight. Everything in place. Yep. Look how straight it is. I'm spinning it out and it's nice and straight. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you learned something because people made so many mistakes, and for that reason, I made those mistakes, and I'm the one who has to pay for those mistakes. And it takes up my time and my money. So good thing I was able to get repaid. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you liked this video and hope you learned something. So yeah, be careful when you buy collets on eBay. Sometimes you won't get what you ordered, but when you get the chance to correct the eBay sellers, please let them know to measure the neck and tell you what size it is. And if they don't have calipers to measure it, do not buy them. Do not buy those collets from them, okay? Because this is the only way to measure the diameter of these collets. And if they don't have a caliper, a set of calipers, they're not worth buying for because it's an absolute gamble to buy anything from them. So yeah, thank you all for coming and hope you all enjoyed it.